Thank you for tuning in to the Young Israel Woodmere Teshuva lecture series. For the past week, during our daily tefillos, we've been inserting special prayers which reflect the themes and appropriate requests during this auspicious and awe-inspiring time of the year. Let's focus on the insertions that we add in Shemona Esrei and zoom in on the four insertions mentioned within the first and last brachos. Zachrenu l'chaim, mi chamocha, uchsov l'chaim tovim, and b'sefer chayim. Normally, these blessings are dedicated to praising and thanking Hashem, and we're not permitted to mention personal requests. The Shulchan Aruch writes in Siman Kuf Yud Beis that because these petitions are phrased in a plural form, they are tzarchei rabim, they can be mentioned even in the first and last set of blessings of Shemona Esrei. In the first bracha we say, Zachrenu l'chaim, remember us for life, Melech chafetz b'chayim, O King who desires life, V'chasveinu b'sefer hachayim, and inscribe us in the book of life, Limancha Elokim chayim, for your sake, O living God. In the second bracha we mention, Mi chamocha av harachamim, who is like you, merciful Father, Zocher Yitzurav, who recalls his creatures, L'chaim berachamim, mercifully for life. In the second to last bracha we request, Uchsov l'chaim tovim kol b'nei b'risecha, and inscribe all the children of your covenant for a good life. And in the final bracha we beseech, B'sefer chayim b'racha v'shalom u'farnasa tova, in the book of life, blessing and peace and good livelihood, Nizacher v'nikasev l'fanecha, may we be remembered and inscribed before you, Anachnu, we, B'chol Amcha Beis Yisrael, and your entire people, the family of Israel, L'chayim tovim u'l'shalom, for a good life and for peace. Now if we think about these four insertions, one of them is a bit different. Three are requests. And most dramatically, during the final prayer of Yom Kippur, we change the word that we asked Hashem to inscribe us. We change it to a verb which means to seal. We change from v'chasveinu, uchsov, and ikasev to v'chasmeinu, v'chasom, and nechasem. We should be sealed. But the second insertion that we say in the second bracha of Shemona Esrei, there's no request there. We don't ask for anything. We just mention, Mi chamocha avarachamim. Who is like you, O merciful Father? Why the switch? Why are we not asking for anything in that insertion? Why are we just making mention of Hashem as being a merciful Father? Perhaps the secret to this second insertion is that when we relate to Hashem as our Father, our Av HaRachamim, we don't have to ask, because a father knows exactly what his child needs. What then do we need to do? We need to try to connect as a child to Avinu Av HaRachamim, to our merciful Father. How do we do that? What does that mean? In the 18th chapter of his classical ethical masterpiece, Mesilas Yesharim, Rav Moshe Chaim Luzzatto writes that Chasidus, piety, means somebody is a level of someone who aspires to please Hashem just as a loving son looks to please his father. If the father barely expresses a desire for something, the son will do anything in his power to satisfy his father's wish. A son intuits, understands, and knows, even without an explicit directive. He's able to discern. And that's something that Ramchal writes that we see. We see for ourselves all the time. Devoted friends, spouses, a father and a son, a mother and a daughter, any two people who share a strong attachment, they're able to understand, they're able to communicate even without explicit directives. And that's the level of piety, of chasidus, which encompasses even that which is not explicit. Perhaps for us, a good starting ground in cultivating that parent-child relationship with Hashem is examining our attitudes towards fulfilling Hashem's commandments that are explicit, as presented in the Torah, and explained and preserved by the great sages of the generations. Approaching Torah and mitzvos with 3 E's: energy, excitement, and enthusiasm. Like a young child who comes to the front door to greet a parent after a long day of work. Without a request, the parent knows that the child wants a hug and a kiss. Mi chamocha avarachamim. It's been a long year. Perhaps we felt that Hashem has been far, and now Hashem is coming. Dirshu Hashem bihi matzo. Hashem is here. Hashem is present. Let's come and greet Avinu Malkeinu with energy, excitement, and enthusiasm, and merit Zocher Yitzurav L'chaim Berachamim, without any request, merit that hug and kiss, a Shnas Chaim V'Shalom, a healthy, successful year for our entire people.